Hi, I'm Kyle, and this is my wife Anna, and these are our kids. And we like to go camping in some of the craziest places. This is what our car looks like most of the time. And here's some of the mods that we've done. And here's some of the places we've gone. If you want to learn a little bit more about us and some of the camping that we do, watch some of these videos. I'm sure it'll be a great time. We are YOLOverland. God, I love that intro, man. All right, so today's video is going to be about Rainbow Gardens. It was the first route that we had done ever, and the easiest that we had ever done, and probably the only one I'd done so much research on. And then afterwards, we're going to go ahead and talk about Boulder Beach, our first campground here in Las Vegas, and how to get there, and some of the things we experienced along the way. So, without further ado, as long as my maps come up, our format has changed slightly. Here it is. Okay, so I'm using arcgis.com, and they offer USA topo maps, which are free to use, and they also include many off-road routes. And as I said before, make sure you do your research before you go out and see these things. But Google Maps is usually pretty good about that stuff. What are some of the experiences we had on this route?
This route was a pretty easy route. It's pretty smooth. There's a few wash areas to where you have to be careful of, but there's a lot of side trails that you can like crawl up a mountain and then down the mountain, then turn around and crawl back up the mountain and down the mountain, just to claim that you crawled up a mountain. Oh yeah. A lot of the off-roaders like to just take a monstrous hill to see how high up you can get. It's a little dangerous. I don't suggest doing it in whatever vehicle you have. But there are quite a few people out here, I would say. Oh yeah, every time we've went, there's always been at least 2 or 3 cars. I
think it's just because it's so accessible.
Yeah, and it's smooth, because pretty much I think you could take this in like a sedan with how smooth this place is. Yeah. Most of the time. We saw cars
out there, people shooting shotguns out there. You'll see a lot of that the further out of the city that you get. A lot of people will take their weapons out to some of these more desolate areas and then go shooting or target shooting. I would say if you do, please clean up. We've seen so many messes out there. It's kind of ridiculous. But as far as the road or the terrain, and here's somebody backing up for us. And I guess that's a good point. If you're going to be doing a trail, be aware of your next pull out, or if you can pull out, or if there was one behind you. Just off-road courtesy, a lot of these are one-lane roads, and we don't drive one-lane cars. So, what else do you got? What else do you think of?
This one has a lot of the same scenery, so it's not one of my most favorite ones.
Yeah. This is a day trip. You could do this in half of a day.
It's not even that.
It's really short.
It's like maybe 2 hours.
Well, I will say this: it gives you an idea of the majority of the terrain that you will see anywhere around the Las Vegas area. Mm-hmm. It's a very large eclectic mix of
shades of brown.
Yep. Well, and if you're real ingenuitive like I am, there's an off-road route that we took in our Razor that takes you up and over the mountain and into Lake Las Vegas. That was really cool, but I don't have any. I wish I had pictures of that, but I don't. Oh man, our first gen. This is before we had our Baja rack.
Yeah. Or a lift, or a tire.
Yeah. These are just whatever came on. I told you guys that we really used the crap out of this thing right off of the bat.
Expect your car to be covered in dust inside and out.
Yeah, and if you drive a 4Runner, make sure that back window stays closed.
Yeah, we've learned that one the hard way. The dust just rolls right through your car from the back.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, no need for gas at all. There's. Yeah, I don't know why I took it. I think I was just watching too many.
We were still learning.
I was watching too many of those online videos and thinking it was cool.
Yeah, but it's better be safe to have gas than no gas.
Yeah.
But
as long as they haven't changed too much, the center route puts your vehicle through some articulation. So if you at least just want to get out there and kind of get used to what it's like to get opposite lock articulation, there's some real good places out there that you can do that and test out your four-wheel drive system, or maybe some of your traction control systems like the 4Runner has, because we don't have lockers on our 4Runner, and we've been able to get pretty far just from that alone. So
yeah, I'm quite surprised from all we have been able to do with Adam. But I wonder if they fixed this road yet. It's been years since we've done it.
Yeah, this was the reason we had to do this was a washout, and she's standing in the wash right now, and we're getting ready to come down into it, but it had washed the road away.
Yeah.
So we were waiting for them to build that back up and put some tubes in. That's the south side of you saw the city
of Las Vegas.
Yeah, and all three routes remerge together on the southern side, so you can, once you're done with one route, you can come back and choose to take another one. And this is about as rutted as it gets.
The one cool thing I will have to say I just remembered is there's like these crystal-like rocks that when the sun shines on it, it looks like diamonds just shining everywhere.
Yep.
And the kids would collect bags upon bags of them. Cool looking, well, awesome looking rocks. And see, what was that? Was that the lake?
No, that was the southern portion of Las Vegas.
Okay.
Henderson. Be really surprised how quickly you can get from.
Fast pano.
You'd be surprised how quickly you can get from the north side to the south side of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
As long as you're not in the city. All right. That was it for Rainbow Gardens. There's really not much to speak of. It's such a beginner trail. And we're going to move on to Boulder Beach Campground at Lake Mead. Now, this is the first time we had taken the car out to go camping at all. So we went ahead and decided to do an actual picnic site. Relatively cheap. I think it was like $18 a night or something.
12 or 18.
Yeah, it wasn't too big a deal, and you can tell I overpacked as per usual. Gas cans and bikes.
I promise you, it starts shrinking the further out.
I've gotten so it's bad. But it was a good site. We got there early Friday morning. I took Friday off, and we got there early Friday morning so we could pick the site that we wanted. And I would say by 1 o'clock, that place was packed.
Yeah.
There was nary a sight to behold that was empty.
I think this was our first and only campsite in Las Vegas that we've ever paid for.
First and last. We've never paid for another campsite anywhere near Las Vegas.
No, but the scenery was absolutely gorgeous.
Yep.
Kind of got a little irritated when it got really crowded really quickly.
Yep.
But off seasons, it's not bad.
Yeah. Well, and I think
you just have to put up with the heat.
Yeah. Well, and I think this pushed us to move off-road more.
Yeah.
Primarily versus
the lake.
Yeah. Versus being stuck in a campground right next to a neighbor. I mean, we experience this every day, being right next to our neighbors. You know, why would I want to go camping and do the same thing? Only more rugged. So
it looks flat, but that is an incline.
Oh, yeah, that hill is a monster.
And your legs will hate you.
Yeah, Lake Mead has a nice biking path, jogging path, running path.
Beautiful path.
Yeah, and there's some of it there that runs basically from the campground and deeper into the Lake Mead National Rec area.
Yeah. Seashells. They had an overgrowth. Do you call it?
Oh yeah, they had a mussel problem for the longest time,
yeah.
but since the water's come down quite a ways, I haven't seen it.
Mm-mm.
They're not at the water level anymore. They're quite a ways up from the water.
Either they took care of it, or it's
you basically cut your feet. You would have to wear shoes or wear water socks if you wanted to go into the lake. Otherwise, you were cutting yourself up. But
see, how old was Aria there? She was little.
Yeah, she wasn't even one yet. I think. Yeah. Because she might have been one. She was probably close to one there. She was born in March.
Great
we got
tip
in the car
for
in
people
December.
who have little ones that they go camping with. Bring a playpen. Playpens fit perfectly in a tent.
Yeah.
And keeps them from going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, ours was huge though. We had an 8-person Ozark Trail tent that we'd been using for almost 10 years. By the time we'd gotten rid of it, we got our rooftop tent. So
she has eaten rocks.
Name a baby that doesn't eat dirt. That's what I want to know.
Those girls exploring in the water. That water's cold. I will tell you that.
But here, though,
beautiful.
It had to have been a lot warmer. So maybe Aria was closer to 1. So I think we went in the spring because it was one of the first few days that it was starting to warm up.
Yeah.
And she got past her belly button there.
You can see the camp filling up there.
Yeah, the campground's definitely full.
But yeah, definitely bring a bike to that one.
But it was a nice campground. We were right across the way from the restrooms and the showers, which were very, very nice, well kept. Campgrounds were well kept, so if you do plan on staying, it's not a bad place to go.
Yeah. Bring your own firewood, I believe, too. You can't buy it there. So
yeah, that's correct.
You might be able to at the marina, which is a little bit further down.
Yeah, that's like a.
But I don't remember seeing a for sale there. So, but
yeah, just expect to bring your own campfire, firewood.
So.
Well, I think that pretty much covers Rainbow Gardens and Boulder Beach. I know this is kind of a lame one, but it's out of the way. Those were our beginnings, and not everybody's beginnings are the biggest on the planet, but great things from small beginnings, I would say.
There's also a camper area at Boulder Beach.
Oh, right, yeah, there's an RV park.
There's an RV park, and like I said, there's a marina, literally just down the beach, to where you can feed some fish and.
Oh yeah, the hatchery. The hatchery's been closed for like 6 years. That's further down the other way, but yeah, the marina, they sell fish food, and you can feed the carp. The marina's real nice. They've got a restaurant there, and if you go another ways over, there's another restaurant with all kinds of activities that you can do up there. Anything else about that area? I can't really recall.
Park rangers are really sweet. They're great. You do need the card to get into Lake Mead.
Or pay the fee. We have the annual pass, so we get in
all the places.
We get in pretty much all year round.
I know they'll let people in for free every once in a while for certain holidays. But
yeah, and check out their junior ranger programs. Those things are awesome, man. They're always going out and looking at fossils or handling the animals or
digging, growing plants.
Taking care of the wildlife out there and
learning
the
about
shrubbery.
learning about
super awesome stuff. Anything else? All right, I think that's it. Thanks for watching our second video. Hopefully this tempo is a little bit better. We had some complaints about the length of our video last time. If that's the case, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Let us know what you think, or let us know what you want us to go and look at. And we'll see you next time.